I'd been working as a teacher in England for 5 years and was quite frustrated with the paperwork and the politics in education in England, and wanted to get back to the reason I got into teaching in the first place, which was to work with children and make their education better. When we arrived in Thailand, we travelled to Chiang Mai for our in-country training. We had a couple of weeks of Thai lessons, which were really, really useful, and we managed to use those every day. We would use the words that we'd learned in that lesson. We also had quite a few talks on Thai culture, political issues, relationships between Thai and Burmese people, which were really helpful to put our work into context. So I think before you go into your placement, you're very prepared, you're aware of a lot of the background, and I think it makes you a lot more sensitive to the issues and the people that you're going to be working with. My role is Migrant Education Advisor with an organisation called LPN, which stands for Labour Rights Promotion Network, based in Samut, Sakorn, which is about an hour away from Bangkok. There's a big migrant community here, lots of fishing factories because we're near the fishing port, so lots of migrants come in from Burma. They found that lots of the children who were coming with the parents weren't attending school at all. So they've set up a learning centre for Burmese children to try and integrate them into the Thai state system. My role is to support the teachers on developing their standards of education, to work on curriculum development, classroom management, and making a more structured environment for the learning to take place in. I think at first they were a bit wary of this foreigner and what I was doing there, maybe a bit nervous around me, unsure what to say. But now I find they're quite interested in why it is that I'm there. They understand now what I'm trying to do, and they're quite eager to get me involved in their learning. Being in the school with the children is fantastic, and the chances that I've had to work with them, when you do a different kind of activity and the learning is more active and you give them the chance to experiment in the activities that they're doing, they're so responsive and they're so positive that it's just fantastic to see them engaged and interested in the learning. I think there's some aspects that are quite different that take a while to get used to. I find people are really helpful, really sort of positive attitude to everything, I think. Pace of things is a lot slower than back at home, particularly with work, and I think that's still something that I'm trying to get used to, working at a different pace and not expecting people to adjust to me, that I'm working in their culture. I have to get used to working in their sort of framework. Here, my organisation is running Thai, so it has been difficult to overcome that language barrier. There's an interpreter at work, and there's a couple of people with basic English. So, with my basic Thai, we managed to sort of have a conversation. But I find that people, if you make the effort to speak in Thai, even if it's really basic, people are really sort of encouraging and really sort of appreciate, I think, that you make an effort. I'd like to say that by the end of the placement I could leave and the teachers would feel confident to use things like lesson plans and plan more active learning for the children. And if I could see even one teacher do that, then I would feel that I'd achieved something in the placement, and that would be really rewarding. So I think it's about having realistic expectations about what you can achieve in a short space of time, and just accepting that things won't always run smoothly, and just being able to adapt to that and make small changes and feel the difference that you're making in those small ways. I would say that the support that VSO provides and the support that you get from other volunteers is invaluable. I think you set up another network. It's like you develop another family in a way, and they're people that you can go to for support, shoulders to cry on, somebody to laugh with, and it's just fantastic that you can be away from home and you can have that much support, even if they're not people who are in the same town as you. It's great that you can call on people